welcome. So we're here today with Olivia. Olivia is gonna help us with this chat that we're gonna have today, and also stay tuned. Afterwards, we're gonna have some behind the scenes from today's photo shoot, as well as some edits. So Olivia, how long have you been shooting?
Probably 5 years or so.
5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So during that time, how did you learn how to pose?
Well, it's most helpful when the photographer who's there walks me through posing, and then I can tweak it based on my own experiences.
Awesome. So that experience is different for every model, and every model basically will find their comfort zone on their poses that they learn and whatnot through time. And the way to achieve that is basically, I'll give you an example. Like today, when we were doing our shoot, I was tethering our pictures wirelessly so she could see it. So as we went on with our pictures, Olivia was able to see her poses, what she's getting, what kind of pictures, the lighting, how the light affects her. Olivia does have experience with photo shoots, so she can see the pictures from that perspective, like, hey, this is good work, this is not gonna work, this is not my best feature, and so on. So one thing to keep in mind when photographing is that the opinion of your model does matter. Okay, so when you're doing a shoot, if the model knows what you're achieving, that's a big plus. If the model doesn't know where you're headed with your shoot, she's not gonna feel comfortable. So a few things to do to achieve this: talk to the model throughout the photo shoot, use the model's name, let her know, hey, you're doing well. Even if you have a pose that you don't like, you're not gonna edit or whatnot, don't say that. Just say, you know what, let's try something different, got a few of those, let's try a new pose, but kind of a segue, slowly move it to something else. Now, posing and requests, so we're gonna talk about that. So, it's my second time working with Olivia, and we had a great time the first time, this time awesome again. And I will say this, if the first time we worked together, we didn't click or it didn't work out, or somehow we didn't get along or whatnot, there wasn't going to be a second time. So the way to have better success is to be respectful, and there's many ways to be respectful towards your model. One is obviously how you talk to the model, how you guide her. The other one is trusting your model. Your model may or may not be comfortable the first time they work with you because they don't know you. So give us some experiences that you had with first-time photographers, that it was your first time working with them.
Well, I've had a handful of first-time experiences with photographers, and I usually will ask them how they shoot throughout their throughout the photo shoot. So if they're the type that kind of clicks, or you click and then pose and click and pose, so I'll talk about stuff like that up front with them, just so that I know what's expected of me, whether I'm moving fluidly throughout the photo shoot or just kind of waiting for feedback between poses. I know you give lots of feedback, and with the screen tethered, I kind of have something to look at, so it's really convenient to know how I'm doing throughout the shoot, so I'm not just winging it.
That's good. And the other thing to keep in mind when shooting is not all models are going to be amazing at every pose. Some poses are better for certain body types and certain height or whatnot. Even for the lighting that you're using, if you're going dramatic, you're not going to put a happy camper under dramatic light when you're trying to achieve something totally different. So there's different things to keep in mind for the poses. Now, when guiding your model, keep in mind that sometimes your model might be new or may have some experience, and they're going to build from that, from the experiences that they had in the past. That doesn't mean, just like us photographers, doesn't mean they know all the poses or the best things that they can do even better. And the same thing happens with photographers in how we shoot. We can get better every time, whether it's newer equipment, new techniques, knowledge, or whatever, as we grow. So for modeling, it's the same thing. As time goes, models are going to grow with modeling. They're going to get more comfortable. That's the other thing, feeling confident about their posing abilities, how they do. And as a photographer, that's part of what we do. Make sure that they're comfortable so that they continue doing the poses. Otherwise, you're gonna get to a gridlock. It's just gonna stop. You're not gonna have more creativity coming out of that photo shoot. Okay? So, Olivia, it share with us some of the red flags that you notice. So when you work with new photographers, what do you look for when you check out their profiles? Let's say someone you never heard of, never met them, but they reached out, they want to work with you. What do you look for? What stands out? Okay, that makes you want to be like, okay, I'll work with this person.
Probably the quality of the content and as well as the models that they go with. So I do tend to stay away from photographers who use very raunchy posing, very raunchy models. You know, angles that are not necessarily flattering for women. So I try and stay away from those things.
Okay, and that makes a lot of sense. And I've seen that quite a bit. I heard it many times from models as well. So, you know, the content that you post on your websites or your social media matters on how they're going to look at you. A model might be like, okay, that is not for me. Versus another model might be like, hey, that's basically what I want, that type of images or whatnot. So be mindful of what you post and who you're reaching out to, who's your audience, who wants to work with you based on your content. So I do a lot of studio photography, a lot of editing, a lot of cosplay, and I do some of outdoor photography. So that's basically what I'm going to be known for. However, there's other people that specialize in specific. It could be product photography, cars and models photography or whatnot. So they're going to grow in that field. They're going to do much better, and their models are going to be according to that. And their content, what they post, is going to be mostly that. So when they're seeking out other models, they might be, well, you don't shoot what I look for. Okay, like I don't shoot dreamy portraits or whatnot. I don't do, rarely have done couples photography. So I'm not going to be a person that will shoot an engagement or anything like that, you know, for other people. So based on your content, you're going to be, I don't want to say, you're going to be looked at basically. Okay, so keep that in mind when posting in line. Okay, if you don't get replies back, that might be why, from that specific model. Okay, but anyways, that's about all we have for today, guys. Olivia, thank you so much. It's awesome working with you again, and until next time, see you later, folks.
Bye.